Hello, so let's talk about managing money project exam. So when you log into a course and it opens up, you see the home page. If you do not see these links on the left-hand side, just click on these three bars here, okay? And go to the modules page. So once you go to the modules page, go to the modules and mathematics of money. And as we scroll down, you're going to see notes and helpful resource and helpful videos. When you get to the solution for worksheets, all of the solutions for Unit 4 worksheets are found right here. And here's a couple examples for a couple more examples for 4C. Right underneath is where I'm going to post the lecture videos explaining my expectations of how to do this assignment. Then let's go down here and click on managing money. So when we come over here and click on managing money, you can download this assignment. Please note that this assignment's due at the beginning of class on February 26th. So just bring it to class and turn it into me. The document's going to be too thick for you to upload every page. And I do understand not everybody has access to upload. So just bring it to me. And I'm going to go over the format here in just a little bit. So let's click on this to download it. So I have some expectations for you. In order to receive credit, you are earned points. You must complete and follow all the directions. So you must have a cover page, and on that cover page, it must have your name as it appears in Canvas and the date. You must have a project title name, and you must have Math 1083. Please put N1 because that's what the name of this, or that's the section. That's Newport section 1. So make sure it goes with it as well. You have choices on how to do this actual assignment. You can do PowerPoint, you can do essay, you can do bullet points. If you choose to handwrite it, do it in pencil and make sure it's neat. And it's going to be a lot of writing, but I'm fine with that. But make sure that's easy to read, okay? You're going to want to have a cover page or a title page, right? So this information right here is going to be on the title page. Introduction, you're going to introduce, and I will go over that here in a little bit. You're going to have bodies of information, and you're going to have more than one topic. So you're going to have more than one body. You're going to do a graph, table, or a pie chart. You're going to have your math work and formulas used. Well, what happened is you had section 1, 2, 3, 4 assignments, and each one of those you did math work. That's the math work I'm wanting. So make sure every bit of it's labeled correctly and easy to follow and read. And I know this goes to section 2, question, whatever. And then your notes. That's what's going here. It says body of information over your findings from the math calculation. So as you're doing each one of those sections, you were taking notes. This is your notes. You're going to have a conclusion, and then you're going to have a works cited page. I want you to do Times New Roman with font 12 if you use the computer and you type it. If you show no math work, no formulas, no setup, you'll receive a grade of 0 on that portion of the rubrics. All answers must be clear and statements, and you can't just say $12. You got to give me a statement. What is $12? You got to assume I do not know anything about what you're doing. All handwritten work must be in pencil, easy to follow, because if you use ink pen, you'll notice that when you mess up, you got scribble marks and it's a mess, and you don't want to turn in a messy work, not for an exam grade. So this assignment will not be accepted after the 26th. The reason being is you got from today all the way until Monday the 26th, and today is February the 14th. So you got plenty of time to get this work completed and submitted to me. This right here is just helpful topics, helpful information you may want to research, apply to your life, whatever. It's just a potential encouraged topics. Part 1, let's talk about your introduction. So this information in here is just to help guide you. You're going to have your own information that you've been doing over these section homework. So first, you're going to introduce your objectives. What is the average salary and any information you have gleaned about your choice of a profession? What are the benefits and cost savings of the benefits? So in your earlier assignments, you did some research on what you may make when you get into your career, but we do know these are just estimated, I guess, or not guesses, but estimated based upon what we're seeing now. In the future, it may be more. Hopefully it'd be more. How this career choice will affect your future family. So remember, you may be single right now, but later on you may have a family, and this is going to affect them. Whatever choices you make today will affect your future family. And you may not have your own family, but you may be like taking care of your parents or grandparents or siblings or cousins or whoever, aunts, uncles. So, that is still your future family. So we're just looking at this as a crystal ball, and we're just planning a future. It will not always be exactly accurate, but we're just getting as close as we can so you can have an idea. So on the body of information, I listed all kinds of stuff here just to help guide you. So you're going to calculate the following maybe or could be, and how can you save money or options on investing. Here you're going to pull information from sections 1 through 4 homework assignments. So family size, and I'm going to let you read all this. I'm not going to sit here and read all this, but let you read it. Expenses for you, and you calculated on section 1 homework how much your expenses would be. Even if you're not paying it now, you need to calculate how much it would be. So you can calculate, oh, I'm going to have 3 children and a spouse or a significant other. That's 4 more people, and each one of them is going to have an expense. So you have an idea about what you need. Loans, and you're going to research your dream house, and you're going to figure out what the payments is, how much it would cost you to pay off. Or you're going to pick 30 years, 15 years. You got that information, and so on. Credit cards, income tax, difference between standard deduction and itemized deductions. You're going to do at least one pie chart or histogram. I'm going to go over a pie chart here in just a little bit. Deficiency is an excess of expenditure or liabilities over income or assets in a given period. So are you going to have a deficiency? And how can you avoid a deficiency? Surplus is the amount of something left over when required. So a deficiency is when you have more money going out than you have coming in, and you're in the negative, or you're always at zero balance. Where surplus is you're going to have something saved by the time you're done at the end of the month. So, what is your expected based upon what you have chosen and your career option. And when you pick these, you need to make a little bit of statements as to what you can do to help you out of deficiency, or what you can do to save a little more on surplus. Calculate your retirement goals, calculate emergency funds and nest egg. So when I ask you, how much do you want to have in 20 years or 50 years saved up? These could be your nest eggs, because we just don't know what's going to happen in the future. And it's always good to have that money saved up. And your retirement's completely different than that money. I do want at least one graph. It could be a pie chart, or it could be a histogram. And I'm going to pull up Excel here in just a minute, and I want to show you how to do this. If you free draw this, make sure you're neat. You may want to use a cup or something round to draw it, or use a ruler to do the histogram, but make sure it's neat and as close to accurate as possible. And you should have math work for this, and it's going to go with the math section. Here, the math section that you use to do all your assignments is going to go after this. So when you submit your handwritten or typed work, which typed work would probably be better because you can check your errors, and math writing really well. We want it to be something that I can understand, and assuming I know nothing about this assignment and you're giving me a proposal. So all the math work and your notes are going to go after all of this. You're not going to put it, well, you can put it in between these since you're handing it in to me. Conclusion. What have you learned? What are the best options? This exercise is to help you forecast how much money you will need to make to be able to sustain your desires. So just note that the dollar numbers will be different. And I know I said that wrong, but your amount is going to be different in 2 years, 4 years, but you're getting a great idea today about it. You're going to have a works cited page, and I want it in APA. And you have been collecting all your works cited over the section homework. And here's an example of a pie. So I just made up some numbers for income, utilities, gas, food, car payment, credit card, medical. Medical is like insurance and all that, or whatever. then you're gonna have, and you may have more stuff, car payment, or I got car payment, but you know, you may have more to list here, whatever is, you feel like is part of your finances, and then you're gonna do it in percentage. So I wanted to show you before we go to the PowerPoint, how to do that in Excel. So let's go to our Excel and pull it up. So whenever we're creating a pie chart, we're gonna need numbers. So say I have 10, let's just go 20. I'm making these numbers up, guys. And this, let's call this lunch. I did it backwards: breakfast, snack, and dinner. Okay, so guys, I know I'm just making this up. So what I want to do is I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to insert. I like the 3D. I think that's pretty neat. So now we put it in there. However, you notice that it's not showing numbers or percentage. So once we've done this, look up here on the left-hand side. We're going to click on that. We're going to go to data labels, go down to more options, and let's put it in percentile. And looky there. And you could change it up. I mean, you can pretty this up however you want. You can have the numbers on the outside. You can have it not show the values and only show percentage. So you know, this is up to you. You get to play around with this and do this. And then you're going to print this out and you're going to add it to your paperwork. Okay. So now let's talk about the PowerPoint. This was an example I came up with if you choose to do a PowerPoint. And as you notice, I missed one thing on my PowerPoint. I missed the date. Oops, if I can spell it right today. All right. So here is my first page, and I did a little picture. I thought it was kind of neat. You could do a picture here as long as it's a professional looking. I mean, it's something that's okay to share within the classroom. Managing money is the title. It's by me. This one is. So you're going to put your name here, or you could design it how you want, as long as it has the title, the name, your name, the course code, and the date. And then the next one here, I did this. I'm hoping this will help you. You may want to check this out. I got objectives here. We are talking about family size and cost of living per person. So I summed this up as small as I could. Career goals, future estimated income, comparison on income with difference, degree goals, bank of my choice and savings options, retirement and future investments, future purchases like vehicle, home, etc., tax bracket. So these are things that, and it's summed up in as small amount of words as possible that I'm going to have as my objectives. Some of these you may put together, you know, so like the career goals and comparison of it, you may have that as one body, right? So objective one, this would be body one. Of course, you wouldn't call it body one, right? This because you're writing, you'll title this if you're doing it in PowerPoint. So title it whatever, career options. I'm just making this up, so please don't pick what I say. And then option, and then you'll have another body because you got more that and you may be able to put some of these together. And then you're going to have, you should have multiple bodies here because you're talking about different things. And then you're going to have your conclusion and your works cited page. And as you're going, if you have your works cited page on something else, you can copy and paste it here so that all this is a smooth transition. And then when you, and you can add to the back that your written notes and your math work. And when you turn it in, you can turn in this PowerPoint on top with all the other work underneath it. And if you choose to do bullet points, just make sure everything's clear and understandable. And if you have any questions, please come and see me. I'll be happy to go over anything, answer your questions. And if you're struggling with the math part, just holler at me. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you.